Previously on Thanos Loves Yuna.
Can you tell me who's next on the calendar?
It's Vic at 3:15.
So why does Dr. Doom need a basement suite to stay in?
My girlfriend dumped me.
I have a new show in mind. It's a mixture of video content posts about video games and comic collecting, but set in a fictional universe.
Doom accepts.
I'll just give you a brief intro to the next episode. So we'll be talking a lot about Albedo number 2. Yeah, I don't know, man. This definitely has some room for improvement. I don't know, it's up to you if you want to crack it or not. Anyway, let's talk about it on the show. Where's our camera guy, Vic? Vic, are you up? Oh, he's maybe still sleeping. He had a late night last night. Okay, well, I'll just go get him. Collectors, welcome to episode 2 of the comics and video game collecting show, Thanos Loves Yuna. Today we're talking about Usagi Yojimbo, the Ronin Rabbit, and his first appearance in Albedo number 2. Ooh, that happened right at the right time. Ba-ding. Adding to the value of this already rare comic is the recent announcement by Netflix of a new animated series based on the character. So today we're going to look at the pros and cons of cracking this holy grail. The owner of this book is here in the studio and he promises to make that decision tonight, whether to crack or not. And if he decides to crack, then we'll follow up on that one in another video. And don't miss what's next in the saga of Vic Von Doom as he continues to cope with being dumped by his girlfriend Yuna. Remember to like and subscribe, then leave a comment on how long you've been a collector and we'll add you to the Collectors Consortium list. Hey, did you update this list? It looks the same as last week.
No, we have no new subscribers.
I also want to mention our giveaway. This is an Usagi poster personally signed by Stan Sakai, creator of the Usagi Yojimbo character. As I believe it will add value, I am going to provide some provenance as to how I got in possession of this cool poster. Shoot, do I have those comics with me? I thought I had them here. Just 1 second. I'm just gonna go grab those. A little bit of a tight squeeze here. Vic, do you know where I put those 35th anniversary Usagi comics?
Up my button around the corner.
What did you just say? I think Vic is playing the revenge game on us after we opened his bedroom door earlier and revealed his late night McDonald's binge. I can't seem to find these comics right now, but it doesn't matter because I keep a detailed record of collections in this database. These comics are important to the show because they have to do with the giveaway that we're promoting. 4 of these comics were issued for Usagi Yojimbo's 35th anniversary. The foil cover variant and the chibi variant are awesome. I ordered the 2 blank covers from the Stan Sakai website. There were only 1,000 of these printed, so they make a really cool collectible. But when I got the package, there was only 1 blank cover. I emailed the admin thinking I was going to be SOL, but to my delight, they sent me the missing comic as well as an Usagi poster personally signed by Stan Sakai. And it is this poster I am offering as a giveaway to one of the first 100 subscribers. It'll break my heart to give this away, but I feel it more important to get this cool story about Stan Sakai out to the collecting world. Sending me this poster was really cool, and I think it shows how much Stan and the staff at his website are dedicated to fans. So let's actually start talking about comics in a segment that I like to call Comic Talk. Comic Talk. Collect comics and prosper. Computer and program. So we have this copy at a 7.0. This was brought to me by a friend of mine. Let's call him the Ninja Bunny Lover. He didn't want to be on the show, so he gets a silly name. Anyway, he heard about the new Netflix show and brought this to me to discuss the pros and cons of cracking in hopes of getting a higher grade. I said, let's do a YouTube video about that. So I think the first thing we need to do is a visual assessment. There are visible creases, some of which are color breaking, and a lot of dirt on the white areas. Cleaning will get rid of that dirt, but those color breaking creases can't get pressed out. But there are definitely some creases that might benefit from a press, so there's a good chance we can press some of those out and get a 0.5 or if we're lucky a 1.0 increase. Go Collect at the date of this filming says that there is a whopping $2,250 difference between a 7.0 and an 8.0. And there is always the possibility it will go the other way and decrease a grade. Even if it stays at a 7.0, getting rid of that dirt will make the comic present in a much more beautiful way. And much of a graded comic's value is in how it presents. This is a very valuable, very rare book. Only 2,000 printed and currently only 232 on the CGC census. Because of the black borders and how easy it is to get color breaking creases, this book is very difficult to get in high grades. And as we've alluded to already, another consideration is the upcoming Netflix animated series. It's quite possible that the 30 to 40-year-old nostalgia cycle will kick in when guys like me see the show and they go out looking for the comic they could never find as a kid because it was so scarce. Like, hey, I have money now. I can buy this. So before the show, I had Ninja Bunny Lover send some images of this comic to Hero Restoration and to a local guy for cleaning and pressing. Now, Hero Restoration, of course, is the industry standard for that type of treatment. But they're located in the US, and I don't know how comfortable I would be in sending this book across the borders right now, especially with COVID and the delays and the problems with sending things these days. So we have to talk about this new Netflix television show, because that's going to play a huge role in Ninja Bunny Lover's decision whether to crack this right now or not. We don't know much about it right now. James Wan is set to be a producer or a director or whatever he does. And of course, James Wan is famous for Aquaman, if we're talking about comic book stuff. Also, the Conjuring universe. So he's got some experience in universe building. But the problem is, here we're not getting Usagi Yojimbo. It's not going to be set in 1600 Japan anymore. It's going to be in the future, like far in the future. And instead of Usagi, we're going to get a distant relative named Yuichi. I think Yuichi his name is. So here's an image that's been floating around the internet recently. That's Stan Sakai standing in front of a banner for the new show. I assume the character in the banner is Yuichi, and he looks pretty cool. That character even gives me the same serious and reflective feeling that I get from reading Usagi comics. So am I worried about this? Well, I don't know. That character looks pretty cool, but reboots and reimagings have been pretty horrible lately. Stan believes enough in this project to stand proudly in front of that banner, so of course I'm going to give it my full support. And Stan deserves it. He's awesome. And who the hell am I to complain anyway? They don't have 40-year-old white dudes in mind when they make shows like this, so it gives me the right to complain. Well, I'm not. I hope the show is serious, and I hope the show retains the cool Japanese folklore of the original, but if it doesn't, I will watch and I will absolutely love it. Right now, I'm simply speaking purely as an investor of Albedo No. 2. As a fan, I will watch, but as an investor, so far, it doesn't seem like the show will drum up any new interest in Usagi's first appearance. Also, I was thinking about doing a small segment on Albedo No. 3, so next in line after this one. Second appearance of Usagi, and first appearance of his love interest, Tomoe Ame. Usually when a character goes mainstream and the first appearance goes way up in value, people start looking for those other appearances. Kind of like Venom in Amazing Spider-Man 299, his first cameo appearance, versus his first full appearance in Amazing Spider-Man 300. You know, once Amazing Spider-Man 300 started skyrocketing, 299 started becoming popular as well. Same with Amazing 315, 316, 317, those second appearances of Venom. So, that would have been a great one to do some speculation on, Albedo No. 3, but since we're not getting that source material in the animated television show, not that we know of, I don't see any rush in going out and getting that number 3. So I'm going to sum up this episode for Ninja Bunny Lover. Regarding your copy of Albedo No. 2, first appearance of Usagi Yojimbo, and whether to crack the CGC case, get it cleaned, pressed, and resubmitted, we have pros. Your copy has a lot of dirt on the white areas that will look beautiful if cleaned. Minor increases in grade will mean big increases in value. And we've tracked down a local shop to clean and press so we don't have to worry about crossing international borders. Cons. There's nothing we can do to get rid of those color-breaking creases, and ultimately, those creases will keep the overall grade down. And, on the flip side, minor grade decreases will mean big decreases in value. Finally, as much as I want the new Netflix show to succeed, it is inconclusive if it will increase demand for the source material. Ninja Bunny Lover, what is your decision? And actually, he has made his decision. He's provided it to me in an envelope. I don't know. I guess instead of an unboxing, he wanted to do an unenveloping. But that's fine. So it makes it a bit more suspenseful. What do we have here? It's very creative. It's a picture of a butt crack and a check mark. Does that mean we're going to crack it? I think that means he wants to crack the Albedo number 2 and send it off for cleaning and pressing. So with that, we'll get that packaged up, sent off to the guy in Victoria, so the local guy, and we'll do a follow-up video when that comes back. Phew, that was a long episode about Usagi. I'm sweating. That was a lot of work. So we've got the table cleaned up. We're getting ready to go for the next episode. So collectors, make sure you join us. We will be talking about comics and video games. We've got an entire set of NES, SNES, and Game Boy and Mega Mans that we'll probably be sending off to Wada Games for grading. And we'll discuss the grading of video games a little bit too, because I know there's a little controversy about that. But from the comic side, well, I guess it's not really a comic, it's more of a magazine. But we'll be talking about this Nintendo Power issue, early Nintendo Power issue. There's a first appearance in this issue. And there's actually technically 2 first appearances in this one issue here. Plus it's got a really cool Ninja Turtle cover. So anyway, thank you very much for joining us on our second episode of Thanos Loves Yuna.
That must be my McDonald's. It is now officially 2 o'clock.